Now, honestly, this is probably the world's easiest puzzle. You want to see why? I didn't do anything to that middle one right there. Keep in mind. All I did was turn on a light, and now we're gonna go ahead. No, wait a minute. Hold up. No, wait. No. I believe that one is the one I have to turn. Because I'm a vampire now. Oh yeah, another thing I would never buy, probably be 50 Shades of Grey. Actually, scratch that. I'd buy it, but I wouldn't buy it so the person who wrote the book would get the money. I refuse to endorse that. I refuse to let them think they should continue to do what they do. Now you may be saying, well, Fred, why you gotta be such a dickhead about it? Why can't you just let someone write what they want to write? Because from what I understand, it's very bad for people, because then people think, oh, I like that stuff, that was pretty hot to me. LOL, I like it. And boom, puzzle solved. Wasn't exactly difficult, but yeah. Anyway. I wouldn't let the person who wrote it get any of the money. I'd buy it from, like, someone who bought it off a friend, who bought it from a friend, neighbor. Just go so far away, it'd be so detached from the original seller that it wouldn't matter. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's not exactly for, not exactly good for the culture it portrays, my mistake. Sorry, I still got a bit of something in my mouth. I'll let you figure that out. Now that was the sound of combat initiating. Hello. Goodbye. Hey, I'm gonna come over here, don't mind me. Okay, that dude sprinted from 16 football fields away. So he gets the grand prize being shot to death by a shotgun up close and personal style. My eyebrow itches. Oh, God. One of the downsides of having Colin Farrell-sized eyebrows is they itch. Actually, my eyebrows aren't that big. Which is good, because I hate Colin Farrell. Oops, you're not supposed to say you hate anyone. Everyone is supposed to love each other. Right? Right. Oh, okay. But yeah, everyone's supposed to love each other. Only hate the people you're told to hate. Conform. Big Brother is always watching. I need my sniper rifle now. Or wait, no, I don't. Do I? Oh, hey, gem. Emerald. Hey, wait a minute. Someone in there? Hello? Bueller? Yeah, whatever. My mind runs at a mile a minute, I'm sorry. There we go. What to do? God dang it. I don't really play up to this point much when I play this game. Like, this is usually when I just... Mr. Foster, what the frick are you doing here? I wonder if I can hit this guy in the head. Or if it will just bounce off. Only one way to find out. Frick you. Oh, darn it. And today's going terribly. Honestly, the only worse day than today in the history of forever was the first day. Because that was the day the Fire Nation attacked. Didn't I just shoot you? I think the Fire Nation Avatar Last Airbender gets a bad rep. Like, they're people. Germany in World War II were people. Not all of them were terrible Nazis. Half of them died because of that, but you know. Honestly, I don't know what Germany's policy on enforcing. I imagine they enforced it. You should probably learn. So I should. Jesus Christ. I should also. There we go. What's back here? Hello? Anyway. Yeah, they probably enforced it. I don't know if they got brutal about it, though. Now, see, I've been reading a book about stonework because it's fascinating to me. I'd just like to point out, this person, no freaking clue what they were doing. I don't know, maybe they wanted to make some sort of free hanging sculpture. I don't know. A lot of stonework is about, using the weight of the stones to shape it. At least from that's what I got from the book I was reading. Yeah. I have no idea what that was. Someone had to plug up a big hole very quickly. I got the golden lynx. I'm pretty sure you put something in its head. Yeah, you put cat eyes in it. Just to be sure. Okay, yeah. And also just to be sure. With 3 holes, okay. Oh, frick. Another downside to not playing up to this point much is, I don't really remember where the cat eyes are. This'll just be a bunch of fun, I can already tell. And these bongos. Jesus, let's just take a listen. Now, you probably can't hear that because I probably turned down the volume a bunch so you could hear my voice. That was a terrible trade-off. I agree. You shouldn't be able to hear my voice for free. Screw you. Half the people I know had to pay for that. Oh, frick, I'm about to be shot. No, don't go Hitler. I was just saying that you shouldn't go Hitler. Not sure if you noticed, but Hitler was a terrible person. Oh, you dickhead. Fricking ruined Charlie Chaplin's look. Screw you, Hitler. Yes, obviously that was the worst thing he ever did. Whatever. A wise person once said, probably, follow your leaders. And then... that was a pretty good thing. I like that. I don't want to know where it came from. Because, yeah, it made me smile. Remember, if you're thinking of being a Nazi, follow your leaders. I'm in the spotlight. Oh god. What's gonna happen to— oh, Jesus Christ, that's what's gonna happen to me. God dang it. I remember the first time I recorded this, an enemy? Like, there was no music whatsoever to alert me to the fact that there was an enemy here. It was all quiet and calm. And then all of a sudden, an enemy bolts out from a cave or something. Like up here. And completely runs past me and disappears. No freaking clue what happened with that guy. Like, he disappeared. I don't know what's worse. Oh god, I'm itchy. God dang it, hitting all the wrong buttons. I hate you, Massachusetts, in the summer. Mother fricking moths and flies and mosquitoes, oh my. God dang it, I hate mosquitoes. But if all the mosquitoes died, all the bullfrogs in South Florida would die. Alright, what would happen if they die? All the crocodiles in South Florida and all the alligators in South Florida would die. Okay, what would happen then? Well, see, all the... God dang it, mother! I'm trying to explain my hypothesis on things dying. Thank you. Anyway. Alright, well, what would happen if all the alligators slash crocodiles would die? Well, then a bunch of people would be out of jobs hunting crocodiles, and they wouldn't have food. Alright, well, what would happen if they were out of jobs and didn't have food? Well, their families would starve, and then they'd starve, and they wouldn't have a job, so that they wouldn't be able to pay their bills, and then their electricity would get shut off, and then the bills would be unpaid, and the government would come over and be like, here's a check. Don't sponge off of it. You're suffering. Alright, well, what would happen then? Then they die. Alright, then. What would happen then? I don't know. I don't even know if alligators slash crocodiles eat frogs. Does anyone eat frogs? Insert a joke about the French eat. Okay, you mother... No, that is unfair. You freaking back spawns. Speaking of back spawns, my butt itches. I don't know what that has to do with back spawns. It has to do with back. Sure. You stupid whore. What's a stupid whore, you ask? A whore that doesn't ask for money first. That's a stupid whore. Actually, that may be a good way to test if they're a cop. I don't know who would be the cop in that. I don't know. I mean, if it was the prostitute to the client, and the client, they were checking if the client was a cop, maybe then. Maybe it'd work then. Hello, are you another? You are another. God freaking dang it, are you kidding me? Screw it, this one dude is gonna get it super hard. Yeah. You will live forever in agony. Yeah, that may be a good way to, honestly, there's a bunch of different ways you could easily surpass that. The laws. They don't make sense anyway. Who freaking cares? Sometimes someone just wants physical interaction with another human being. Alright, well, I was gonna solve that problem, but Captain Ding Dong up there solved it for me, so thank you. I don't think he can hit me. Guy kind of looked like a... I'll be honest, I don't know where I'm going with that. He didn't look like anyone, he looked like himself. Alright. Music's all quiet. It's all quiet now. I know I heard another enemy drop down. Don't make me piss myself, please. I will. I once had a friend, he's probably dead now, who wanted to make me laugh so hard I pissed myself. He never did, though. I think he was a racist. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, those two things aren't connected in any way, shape, or form, mind you. I'm just saying, a random thought. Alright, that took about 6 days to do. There's a switch here, Leon. No, I want you to sit here and contemplate life. Of course I want you to frickin' press it, dum-dum. 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 Fun fact, Jaws, not a real movie. Was never made. It was the greatest film never made. That's a little food for thought for you. Everyone always talks about Jaws. That movie was never made. It's like the moon. It doesn't exist.
What are you buying?
Can you believe that there's people... I'm dead serious about this. There's people who believe the moon doesn't exist.
What are you selling?
Dead freaking serious about that. I'm gonna let that sink in. I'll say it again. There's people who believe the moon doesn't exist.
Is that all? What are you buying?
Life manages to surprise you every single day.
Come back any time.
It's amazing, really. I burst
What
into
are you
laughter when I
buying?
saw that because I didn't know I was being fed lies. Every single time I look up in the sky, there's just a huge lie hanging in the air.
Is that
So thank you, Internet.
Is that all?
Thank you for
What are you buying?
telling me the truth. Hashtag
Is that
stupid
all?
sheep.
Is that
Spelled with an
Thank
E in
you.
that.
Is
I
that
don't know, what's
all
this do?
Thank you.
Oh. That was definitely worth it.